Oh, noch gut gelandet.
First images from this area. If it's been flying long enough,
Aus, die
it may
Bilder.
store important information. Unfortunately, apart from my arrival, the probe didn't record much.
So it's been flying only recently?
I think so.
Ah. Ja, wo sind die anderen Aufzeichnungen? Jetzt kann ich gerne runter ins Labor. Hier haben wir ja jetzt alles. Jetzt da noch lang. Ah. Jetzt ging sie auf. Labor hatte ich ja auch
We had
gesehen
the
gehabt.
opportunity to study organisms preserved in the ocean.
Hat schon so einen Alien-Kopf.
They found the same species of fish.
Did they confirm the similarity to those on Earth?
Yes, lots of similarities.
Ungewöhnliches Organ?
Apart from one, I've never seen anything like this. They discovered a new organ. Even managed to run some tests already. According to their conclusions,
Yes?
it detects electromagnetic waves. That's why those fish were swimming away from our probe.
In other words, they've come across probes or something similar before. Something that threatened them.
Could guess her. In order to develop such an organ, they must have had a strong external stimulus. They detect the waves to survive.
Ja, sagen wir es mal so, das lebt definitiv, also dieses Metallzeug ist nicht erst seit gestern da.
It started rotting.
It?
The fish.
In a bacteria-free environment? How so?
All living organisms serve as breeding grounds for bacteria. And there were both fish and humans in here.
Vielleicht das Bakterium daran schuld ist, zu abdrehen?
No longer alive.
Habe ich jetzt eine lebende Probe mit? Okay. Ich dachte, ich könnte da noch so im Mikroskop so ein bisschen was gucken. Oh, gucken wir mal an.
The scientists excavated some animal remains and reconstructed their hypothetical appearance. I found similar remains underground, right after finding Gulski. I wasn't sure if it was my imagination or not. Now there's no doubt. So long ago, reptilian organisms roamed the surface.
Wir hatten
of
auch
Regis
Dinos
3.
hier.
I could spend all day here if I could.
I'm not surprised, Doctor.
Können kannst du schon. Bringt dich ja niemand hier wegzugehen.
Still, nothing. It looks like a geology lab. One of these diagrams shows a geological cross-section. As suspected, it's all metal below the surface, of relatively thin layers of rock. But compared to the rest of the continent, the deposits in this region are significantly younger.
Oh, hier ist Staub drin. Typisch Geologen.
The range of their ground measurements covers a much wider area. To my eye, it seems they use advanced sonar. What they dug up here stretches for tens of kilometers.
What do you mean? What's in the ground, Doctor?
Metal deposits. Those structures. We still don't know where they came from. In such a peculiar form. They conducted a soil survey 500 meters deep.
Oh, that's a big piece of history, so to speak. What did they find?
Millions of years ago, life was abundant on the planet.
That would match our assumptions.
Yeah. Subdelta 92 class planets have very favorable conditions for the development of a biosphere.
So what happened? Did they draw any conclusions?
According to them, the extinction of life was caused by a supernova explosion.
The ground activity does not indicate...
It happened long ago. Longer than we anticipated. They've dated this event to 10 million years ago.
Only this one? The supposed end of Lyran's civilization.
Well, that's never been proven. There was practically no trace of them.
All right. What happened after?
Life was slowly recovering, but never returned to the pre-supernova peak.
Not enough time?
No. At first it developed quickly, but then slowed down and declined.
Because another disaster?
Astrogator, the change in the biosphere development curve coincides with the occurrence of ferruginous clays.
This whole metal contraption, do I understand correctly?
Yes. I don't know what that has to do with it, though. Metals are really not that dangerous. The radioactive deposits marked here are not a definitive obstacle for life either. The biosphere has the ability to perfectly adapt, develop defense mechanisms, and fight back effectively.
Well, unless the planet is hit by a supernova wave.
Yes. Such sudden events leave no time for adaptation. Even if we assume that these metals were lethal to organic life, that extinction shouldn't last forever. And yet, life never again developed beyond the waters.
Does this mean another dominator has appeared on the land? Or one that leaves no trace behind?
Therein lies the rub. The Alliance have conducted a great deal of research. That they haven't found a logical explanation for this phenomenon is, to put it mildly, disturbing. Clearly, we're dealing with something beyond our comprehension. And I mean human comprehension in general.
Alter Falter.
Unbelievable. Not only do we know nothing about their origin, but the arrangement of these deposits is sort of puzzling. A ring system with a distinct center. This base stands on the outer ring. The center of it is in... under the city. Huh. The one I
Ist
escaped
auch von
from.
der Stadt.
So their presence there had nothing to do with us.
Looks like it.
Did they determine the entity's function? Origin? Anything?
Well, it's hard to say. There's nothing here about it.
Aber ich hatte jedenfalls schon mal recht, dass es vorher schon eine Zivilisation gab. Bin so gut. Eine Supernova finde ich ein bisschen komisch, aber ja. Bin aber nicht bis hierher gefahren, ne? Müsste die Automatik sein. Feldbasis 2, Konvoi. Dem Konvoi folgen. Okay. So Reifen, muss man schon sagen.
Nothing's changed, Astrogator.
Understood.
Okay. Und links halten. Noch links halten? Hier links. Ein krasses Ding. Mal kurz gucken, ob ich da irgendwelche Infos bekomme. Scheint nicht. Okay. Hätte ja sein können.
Yes, sir? Everything's all right?
Yes, yes. I just need a moment to
Einen
think.
Moment nachdenken.
I'm
Okay.
leaving the base. Going after the convoy. Down you go, oh bright sun. Time to let the night in. For my legs are heavy. And field is not inviting. Legs become too heavy.
Das muss ein altes Flussbett gewesen sein, weil nur so bricht das ja dann auf. Ich hab gefunden.
I found a flying saucer. It landed near the excavation site.
Don't risk trying to fly it, Yasna. Nothing guarantees it works.
I didn't even... Contrary to what you believe, sir, I don't have a death wish.
Lass mich raus. Muss das Ding angucken. Gucken, ob weiß, das fliegen kann. Aha. Sehr eigenartig. Mann. Kommt da nicht näher dran, oder was? Ach, hier. Wo man sich hochziehen muss, ne? Oh, idiotisch. Okay, Alpha-Wand. Ich glaube mal, Eis kann damit fliegen. Wenn nicht, naja, mein Gott, dann stürzen wir eben ab. Er hat nur einen Versuch.
This mission drags on so much.
Deine komischen Kommentare
Sometimes I
nerven
think
mich.
you're gonna take off without me, sir.
Don't count on it, Doctor. I'm not going anywhere.
Hinter mir? Ich dachte, ich müsste da lang. Nachgucken? Tatsächlich. Solche Sachen lenken mich halt ab. Nee, ich fahr nicht zurück. Bin hier ein Pass.
My legs feel really heavy.
Give yourself a moment to rest, Doctor. You certainly deserve it.
Well, I've got to the place where they were digging. It's hard to miss. They set up a huge machine at the center. It must weigh hundreds of... no, thousands of tons. The ship that brought all of this must be...
Gigantic, yes. The Invincible surpasses any of our units, even the largest orbital stations. My opinion, it's a bit excessive.
Gives me the chills just knowing it's not far from here.
Well, maybe you won't have to see it at all.
There's also a couple of smaller cranes here. In comparison to the Colossus, they look like it's pups.
Yes, I got it. They have big machines. Bigger than ours.
Interesting. They found a sizable object deep underground. Stands out from the rest. It's not a part of the structures, but rather an independent, autonomous machine.
Also metal.
Yes.
So, a robot? Or something else that finally looks familiar?
Well, it looks a lot more like a robot than the other structures. The excavator has a massive work area. They had photos of the site in the database, taken before they started digging. It's unrecognizable. Inside, there's a structure. Yes, a metal one. Similar to the ones on the surface. But these are completely hidden underground. According to the schemes from the geological unit, metal can be found in every part of this area.
Wieder ausgezogen. Ich bin wirklich darauf, dass das die Überreste von der ersten Zivilisationen sind. Und dass irgendwie so der Nano sich dann da selbstständig gemacht hat über die Jahrhunderte. Na. Ich war noch richtig.
One step at a time, Yasna. One step at a time.
Aber 30 Stundenkilometer.
How far to that convoy?
Not far. Even if I make a few stops, it won't take long.
Diesmal habe ich so das Gefühl, ich bin auf dem Mars. Ja, dafür ist es nicht rot genug, aber trotzdem so leichten Touch vom Gefühl her.
I've already covered most of the convoy route. I'm entering a more enclosed area. A ravine, to be precise.
I see. Can I count on a tactical report?
Of course. A simple analysis of the situation won't hurt anyone.
That's for sure.
Gucken, was wir von da oben entdecken können. Wasser, Sand, Stein. Und das Spiel mich hier irgendwie nicht weiterlässt. Obwohl ich da den Punkt habe. Hä? Ja, habe ich auch gerade gedacht mit dem Hochklettern. Ja. Nichts mit einfachem Weg, ja. Immer schweren Weg nehmen. Hier, das können wir, wo ist es dort?
The road ahead leads straight to where the convoy was heading.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Any doubts?
No, I don't. I still think we have to go there. If they're not in the base, they must be somewhere, damn it.
So, what's on your mind?
I can just drive in there, straight to the convoy. Or try and take a side path to remain unnoticed until the very last moment.
Bold assumption. Could be an unnecessary detour. I leave that to your judgment, though. It's your call, Jasper.
Ich bin immer vorsichtig bei.
I'll try to get there via the side path.
Wer weiß, was mit denen passiert ist, ne? So rassel ich da volle Kanne auch mit rein. Darauf habe ich nicht so viel Lust. Nee. Die ist alleine. Ja. Mein treuer Buggy.